Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Monday Sports Page. I'm at Prince George's Stadium tonight talking baseball. There's a ton of Major League pedigree at Bowie in 2019. When you come to a game, you hear the names Palmeiro, Valentin, and Harvey. No, it's not the All-Stars from the late 80s and 90s making a comeback, but it's their sons trying to make their mark on professional baseball. Tonight, in the first part of my three-part series, I talked to Preston Palmeiro. He's the son of Rafael Palmeiro, a guy who had over 500 home runs and 3,000 hits in a terrific MLB career. I asked Preston what it was like growing up in the household of an all-time great.
It's an advantage, that's for sure. I grew up around the game, spent my whole life around the game. Got a lot of knowledge from him that, just little things throughout the years. I had an extremely advantageous start, I guess. By the time I was 10, 11, 12 years old, I was learning things that kids, they don't learn until they're in college, maybe professional baseball.
Do you try to copy his swing, the way he played in the field, the things he did on the field, or are you trying to be kind of your own player?
Well, obviously, it'd be crazy not to try and copy his swing. His swing was unbelievable. The results he had, speak for themselves. But, everybody always says wherever I go, they're like, oh, your dad had the sweetest swing, It just was poetry in motion and all this. So, my whole life I've kind of tried to swing like him. Whenever I picked up a bat, I guess the first thing I did was just, try to have the toe tap and, the nice and easy swing. But it's hard to try and say that you'll have results like him just because you swing like him. But, try and be my own player, but, emulate a lot of things he does.
When did you know you wanted to be a baseball player, or was it just because it was in the blood you knew, I'm going to be a baseball player?
I don't really know. I wasn't ever forced to play the game. My dad always said I could play football, basketball, I could do whatever I want. But, 4 or 5 years old, I had a bat in my hand, glove in my hand, and I was ready to go. And, I think when I got to high school, I really thought, this is something I want to do. This is something I can pursue and, hopefully make a job out of one day. And, when I got to college, it started to really sink in that this was a real possibility. And I thought, let's just go for it and see how far we can go, have some fun with it.
Is there added pressure on you because your dad was such a great baseball player?
No, I don't think so. I think maybe some people expect certain things. They'll see the name and they'll think, oh, it's Palmeiro's kid. Maybe he's, the best player for whatever reason. Especially when I was younger, it was like that. Now it's a little bit different. But I don't put any pressure on myself. I don't think there should be any pressure from that. It's just, we're two different people. Same name, but there's no reason to expect that I'm going to hit 500 home runs, I guess,
What's the biggest piece of advice that your dad has given you over the years?
Oh man, just to stay positive and hang with it, because it's a hard game on you. The ups and the downs. The downs can go really down and the ups can be really up, but you just got to keep going. You can't let it get to you. The success or the failure. You just got to keep playing. Show up every day and do your job, and just take it day by day and play your game.
Preston Palmeiro had a slow start to the 2019 season for the Baysox, but he's beginning to heat up at the plate and in the field. Tomorrow is part 2 of my series. I'll talk to Hunter Harvey. He is the son of former All-Star closer Brian Harvey. From Prince George's Stadium, I'm Chris Marks. Back to you in the studio.